Have you ever watched someone destroy a piece of your life, shatter your trust, or break your heart, and then just walk away smiling, like nothing happened? It burns, doesn't it? There's this knot in your stomach that screams, "This isn't fair." You see them living their best life on social media, seemingly untouchable, while you're still picking up the pieces they left behind. And you find yourself asking one of the oldest, hardest questions in human history. God, if you are just, why are they getting away with this? When do they get what they deserve? Today, we're going to look at how divine punishment actually works, because I promise you, it almost never looks like what we see in the movies. If you're holding on to anger right now, waiting for a lightning bolt to strike someone down, you need to watch this until the very end. Because the truth about how the scales actually balance might just set you free. First off, let's validate something. Wanting someone who hurt you to face consequences doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. We are wired for justice. When the social contract is broken, our brains send out an alarm signal. We need the world to make sense again. We want to see the immediate return to sender. But the hardest part of faith, or even just believing in karma, is the timeline gap. The gap between the injury caused to you and the consequence for them. In that gap, it's easy to believe the lie. The lie that they won. The lie that being ruthless, cruel, or manipulative is actually a shortcut to success. But I'm here to tell you, what you see on the surface is rarely the whole story. Here is the core truth we often miss. The most severe punishments aren't the ones that happen to a person externally. They are the ones that happen within them. We make a mistake when we measure someone's well-being by their Instagram feed or their bank account. You are waiting for a public downfall, but God, or the universe, however you frame it, often works in the quiet corners of the soul. Think about the kind of person capable of deeply hurting others without remorse. What is life actually like inside that head? Number 1, the death of peace. Someone who operates through deceit or cruelty can never truly rest. They have to remember the lies. They live in a constant, low-level state of paranoia that one day the house of cards will fall. They might have pleasure, but they do not have peace, and those are two very different things. Number 2, the inability to connect. When you hurt people repeatedly, you damage your own ability to form genuine human connections. You begin to view everyone transactionally. What can they do for me? This leads to the profoundest form of loneliness. They might be surrounded by people, but they are deeply, entirely alone. That is a punishment far slower and far more painful than any sudden misfortune. There's a deeper, scarier spiritual aspect to this too. Depending on your faith tradition, you might call it the hardening of the heart. Every time someone chooses cruelty over kindness, they are shaping their own character. They are chiseling away their own capacity for empathy, for joy, and for love. The ultimate punishment isn't necessarily that something bad happens to them. The ultimate punishment is that they have to remain who they have become. They have to live inside that mind, trapped with that ego, forever chasing things that will never fill the void created by their own actions. They are building their own cage, brick by brick, lie by lie. Whilst you are growing through your pain, they are shrinking inside their victory. But there is one final, crucial element to this that we have to talk about, and this is the hardest pill to swallow. As long as you are obsessively waiting for their punishment, you are still tied to them. If your peace depends on witnessing their downfall, they are still controlling your life from afar. They hurt you once back then, but by waiting for revenge, you are allowing them to hurt you every single day since. The most profound divine justice isn't about watching them suffer. It's about you being restored so completely that their existence no longer matters to you. When you can finally release the need to see the scales balance, you take your power back. You hand the case file over to a higher power and say, "This is above my pay grade now. I'm going to go live my life." The universe has a way of balancing things out, often on a timeline we can't understand. Trust that the seeds they planted will grow the fruit they deserve. You don't need to be the gardener watching it happen. Your job now is healing. Your revenge is your own happiness, your own growth, and your refusal to let their darkness turn off your light.